Sorry love, can't stop, it's all gone wrong. Well, for those of you who don't know, I'm normally about possibly 6 or 7 videos ahead of you. But last night, disaster struck. I've made some quite good progress, and then the SD card packed up. I lost all of my footage. It was a 64 gig SD card, so I've lost a hell of a lot of footage. So I'll have to just bring you up to speed with where we're at. So the front forks, I was in the process of taking the blue paint off and shining them up with discs and getting them all. That was just not working. So I rubbed them down, I've sprayed them silver, I've replaced all the fork seals. There was a washer inside. I knackered a brand new set of fork seals trying to put these fork seals in. And I'll show you the difference in the washer. Picture up on the screen now is the curved washers that was actually in the forks. So they were giving me that extra height. That meant when I was hammering the forks down in using my fork seating tool, I couldn't get low enough. And the bit sticking up bit into the seals and knackered them. So I then found out from parts catalogue the washers should be flat, not concave or convex. So I ordered 2 new Yamaha washers, so one arm and leg later. I've put them in, fork seals have gone in perfect, they're done and dusted. All I've got to do now is take this off, they're all lacquered and everything, and fit the fork oil in there. That's another story, I'll come to that in a minute. So they're nicely on the go. Rear wheel. This is all done, all blown up, valve's good, everything's done, all ready to go. The front wheel, I've got the front wheel in the back of my car at the moment. Right, where do we go here? So I put the tyre on, took it to the garage, tried to blow it up with the airline at the garage, and it didn't have enough oomph to seat the tyre. So I took it to my local tyre shop that I use and said, oh, you couldn't just seat the tyre. So they went to seat it and they found out that the valve on the front tyre was leaking. So I had to get another valve. So couldn't just go out and buy one. I had to order these special valves. That's what it had in there. So I ordered 2 of these and I fitted this one. Took it back to the tyre place today to get them to blow it up. And where I clamped the tyre over when it was fitted to put the new valve in, I had to leave it a week while the valve's coming. I shouldn't have left it clamped because it's pushed the tyre in and the tyre's now stuck down in the groove and won't come back out to seat. So I've got to take the tyre off, I think, or try and expand it out to get it to seat. So I think we'll probably end up taking the tyre off and we'll have another look at it. I'm just hoping that I haven't knackered the wire around the edge of the tyre when I've clamped it in and put like a V in it so it can't expand out, but we'll come to that in a minute. So that's that. So here I have about 400ml left over of my high rev fork oil, 10W, so 10 weight fork oil. So I went to the motorcycle shop this morning to get some more fork oil. Normally I'd order another bottle of high rev, but I needed to do it today, so I thought, oh, I'll go and buy some. And this is what I ended up with. Guy in there, I said I wanted 10 weight fork oil. So he said, oh, here you go, gave me this bottle. I've got it back home now. And I haven't got fork oil, I've got suspension fluid. Now, I've been looking up on the internet and it seems to be the same thing, but this is for the upside down forks and your rear shocks. Now, it's 10 weight, but it does say advanced racing, off-road and road, fork and suspension fluid. So, I don't know if is this the same thing or not. I asked the guy for fork oil and he gave me that. Oh, just the mind boggles. If I ask for fork oil, give me fork oil. But it says here fork fluid. Is fork fluid fork oil? If I open it, I can't take it back. And it looks a lot more, oh, I don't know. Why people just can't give you what you want, or, I mean, you know, it's, oh, just, yeah, the mind boggles. Just, if you want fork oil, give me fork oil. If I wanted suspension fluid, I'd ask for suspension fluid. But is it the same stuff? Is this fork oil? I have no idea. So now I'm going to have to do some searching online and find out. And yeah, FUCHS, if you replace one of them letters, that's what I feel like I've been done at the moment. Right, let me carry on. Well, I was just in the process of peeling all this off, and the SD card's gone up the chute again, so I've tried another one. So it didn't record anything. So we'll see if we can get any footage off of this one. What I need to do is somehow get this tape off. The other stuff came off really easy. This isn't. Not good. Yeah. Right, I'll have to do this off camera. So this here is for the air suspension, and then you've got the two seals in here, and then you undo this when you've got it all on the forks. Connect a pump into there and put between, I think it's 6 and 10 psi in, and it does something to the forks. I don't know exactly what. Hang on, I have to get the cat because it's rocking around with a pen. So I've got, again, genuine Yamaha parts here. This one's obviously quite old. This one's not so old, you can see by the label, but they're both the same part number, 42H23188-00. And again, I've paid an arm and a leg for them, but I've got to have them. So, using my dental kit, can I hook this seal out? Yes, I can. There's one. And come on, there's two. Quite pretty oily in there. I'll go and get some earbuds in a minute. We'll clean that all out. Let's get these out first, and then that one. Got it. These might not have needed changing, so I'm going to save these. If I have any problems in the future, I'll put them back in. They don't look much different to the others. Right, let's get a bit of kitchen roll and we'll clean them off. Right, so let's get inside some of these grooves, give them a clean. Get some of this dirt out, so that when we seat the new seals in, God, Jesus, that's quite grim in there. They're not seated in dirt. Might have to go and get a WD-40 for this. Just lift some of the, once we've got the majority of it out. Certainly not the cleanest grooves. That's that one. Right, next. Definitely going to want some WD in there. Yep, we're going to need some WD. Right, let's go and get some. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what, let me clean this one out first. Then they're all clean, or I've got out what I can. And then when we spray WD in it, it'll be all nice and clean. Well, or as clean as we can expect it to be. Big bit of dirt here. God, blimey. Actually breaking. Right, and then one round the middle. One round that side. Right. So, quite a bit of dirt came out of there. Let's go and get the WD. Right, so here's the seals all removed from the packaging. This is all cleaned up inside, so let's see if we can get them in. How easy they're going to go in. Huh. Quite easy by the looks of it. That's one in. That's two in. Come on, in you go. That's three. What's the last one always the worst one to go in? Come on. That's four. Right. Job is good. I'll take a close up and you can have a look at those. But then that's now done and sprayed. That'll look a lot better than what it did. I didn't spray this because it's a brake pipe and you shouldn't really spray those, so you can then always see the condition of them if they're rusted or whatever. So right, that concludes the video on the air suspension unit. So when I put this back on, I'll have to somehow get a pump with a little gauge on to put 10 psi in, or up to 10 psi. Manually pump it up, and then when you pump through there, I don't know if you can see that there's a little hole there that goes in between the seal, the top and bottom one, and then also heads off down through that pipe and does that one and blows up the forks. I've never come across suspension like this before, so I don't really know much about it or why you would pump up your suspension, because obviously with your full coil and things in, that's going to be how it is. So I don't know why you need this additional suspension, but we'll try it and see how we go. So okay, thing to do now, just to round this off, is we're going to take these old seals from here, covered in oil, and we're going to clean these up, and then we're going to put them in one of these bags, and then I've got some spares at a push, because these don't feel too bad, to be honest. Chuck them back in one of these. I don't know where that oil came from, whether that's full coil or what it is, I don't know. Maybe it's what they used to install it with, I don't know. If you're out there and you've got a Virago and you've got this air suspension set up, let me know what PSI you put in it. It's anywhere between 6 and 10 from what I've been reading. But to be honest with you, I haven't really got Scooby-Doo. That means clue and Cockney rhyming slang, for those of you who don't know what that is. So, yes. Right, there we go. So they're all done. They can all go in there. This so, see if we can actually get the last one in the bag. So, the reason I'm storing them in there is I've got the part number, so I actually know what they are. And we can get rid of this rubbish. This can go on the shelf for waiting to be fitted.